Good morning, everybody. From the meth end of town. And it's morning, and everything's back to normal, it seems. Slept normally last night. Feel good. It's all good. So I guess New Year's Eve is coming up. I've never, maybe other than a couple of years, maybe in my 20s or late teens or whatever, did I ever really get excited about New Year's Eve. Because when I was a professional alcoholic, drinking full time, I really, I didn't see the notion of going out and partying on New Year's Eve as any different than any other night, other than there was more people around, right? So it was always kind of I just drink more because I was socially anxious, right? So anyway, when I started playing in bands that started doing lucrative shows, like Silver Hearts and stuff like that, the New Year's Eve kind of became just a good work night for me, like we always had a gig. We always were, one of the, I think I mentioned in a video before, like the first big New Year's Eve gig that we played was in Toronto in probably 2001 or 2000 or it was right when we first started. I was still drinking at the time, and we played at the Ted's Wrecking Yard with the Sadies in Toronto there. I think I mentioned in the video we didn't want our piano player didn't have a traveling keyboard, so we rented a little apartment-sized piano. We really liked the actual wooden piano sound, right? And we rented this little mini piano, thinking it's just a little apartment-sized piano. Ted's Wrecking Yard was a third-floor club. Like, you had to go up 2 flights of stairs. And we pushed this piano up the stairs. It's fucking crazy, man. And yeah, I think I told off. We were playing with the Sadies. I think I told off. What's his name? Greg Keeler from the Sadies or the Blue Rodeo that night. I just had a relationship, mostly not only through the band, but as his bartender at the place I worked at. But he was kind of around a lot. But anyhow, so then when I quit drinking, New Year's Eve became strictly a night of work for me, because it was like, okay, it's a good night for a gig. You get paid a lot. Everybody's happy. And I would just go play the gig and then I'd duck out afterwards, because it was like, when I was drinking hard, New Year's Eve was amateur night, And when I quit drinking, New Year's Eve is like St. Patrick's Day. It's just a fucking gong show around town. You know what I mean? Whatever. Neither here nor there. New Year's Eve's coming up. Much more sedate plans this year for New Year's Eve. Usually I don't do anything. Usually now, for the last few years, I'm asleep. I bet I had been asleep by fucking 7 or 8 at night, probably. You know what I mean? But whatever. Doesn't matter. New Year's Eve's coming up. If you're going out, I hope you got a good gig, or are going to go see a good gig, or plan a good gig. You know, New Year's Eve gigs were always fun because everybody's always there, always happy to be there. Not there to be critical of the band. They're always it's people who want to see you play. You know, always a good crowd, but somebody doesn't drink anymore, or party like that anymore. Much, you know what I mean? I shouldn't even say much. I don't party like that anymore. And I know I just stay home, you know, or do something quiet. You know. Doesn't matter. But I guess yesterday was the anniversary of Lemmy's death, which was he was one of the great losses of 2015, actually, yeah. So maybe 2 years ago he died. I'm just confused. I'm sorry. I'm confused. I don't know what to do. I'm confused. It's all good. Yeah, when I'm totally Grandpa Simpsoning. I don't even know if I've talked half the shit. Probably already said before. I did a goofy little kazoo video the other day where I played a kazoo, and I can't remember what it's called. It was a weird day or something like that, and Jim Gordon commented on like made a comment on it, a positive positive comment on it, and but it got me thinking about the kazoo. I love kazoos, man. Like these are two. There's only two I have. This is my older one. You can tell it's got scratches because I used to stick it in my harmonica rack and play it. This is my newer one, and one of them. They're a little bit different tone, you know. But I love kazoos, man. They're a fucking great instrument, you know, and they're a very underrated instrument. You can do a lot more with a kazoo than you think. The kazoo is actually fucking banned in certain parts of the world because of the sound it makes. Kazoos were invented by, or this is like the evolution of a type of instrument that was, I can't remember the country. I believe it was an African country, but kazoos were used as when like warriors would be going in to fight, they'd be blowing these kazoos because they sounded like the dead, right? So a lot of places when kazoos, you can't like. It's a fucking offense. It's like you can go to jail for fucking playing kazoo, or maybe the sentence was death even. You know, it's something unbelievable for playing the kazoo. I always try to impress upon people, especially my children, never ever underestimate the importance of something insignificant that's correct, that you're interested in, that's creative. But that's why I started playing harmonica, you know, and it's been a lifelong career for me now, you know. One of the best bands I ever played in was this band called Sun Ra Ra Ra. It's a garage rock band. I'm still playing. And you can see videos in another playlist. We did a TV appearance. And we were all dressed as robots and cardboard boxes and stuff. It was kind of crazy. But I played tambourine for that band. And seriously, it's the most punishing job I've ever had as a musician or any stage actor at all. Because you're just fucking bashing this thing. It's like punching someone in the face for half an hour straight, you know. Because you just, like, my instructions by the band leader, Dan, were just, when the music starts playing, just go. Just start hitting it, you know. Like, my first gig I did blind. I hadn't even rehearsed with them. And that was just my instruction. And when they started playing, I almost cried. They were so good. I was like, I can't believe I'm a part of this, you know. And it was an amazing experience, you know, touring around with this amazing garage rock band. All I had to do was play tambourine. I got bruised hands or bruised whatever I hit with. It was in pain the next day. I think I was married at the time, hitting my fucking ring on my finger. I had to learn how to hit a tambourine because, like, my finger was black and blue, you know what I mean? Hitting that fucking ring all the time. But, yeah. So kazoos, tambourines, harmonicas, all these little dicky fucking instruments I like to play. I play them for a reason. It's because who do you know who takes the kazoo seriously as a serious instrument? I know one person in the world who takes the kazoo seriously. You know what I mean? And it works for them. And they make money off it. So, don't underestimate the little things when you're in the creative process, Open your mind as an artist, always, We have a lot of artistic freedom here in North America. And we can do a lot of things they can't do in a lot of other places in the world. So just remember that when you're doing your thing and you're feeling hated on or feeling down on it or whatever, just remember, in other countries, you could be going to jail for singing about what you're singing about or writing about what you're writing about or playing kazoo. Think about that. Anyhow, deep thoughts from the meth end of town. After my second successful attempt at sleep. So I hope you're all well. I'm doing pretty good. And I hope you like the videos I put up. I put up a couple more videos. John Lee Hooker, who's a huge influence of mine. I like to do his songs. And the MC5, who is also... I learned a lot about how I play guitar is what I learned from Fred Sonic Smith from the MC5 and Wayne Kramer. I really copped a lot from that. You know what I mean? And I'm on a bit of an MC5 jag right now. But anyway, that's all. Whatever. Blah, blah, blah. All right. Be well. Stay free. Talk to you soon.
Oh, yeah.